Hey, Internet friends, this is me, Bradley G, here at the World Nerve Center headquarters of Synergy Cafe. You got your beverage of choice here, and I've got my guest. She's in the green room. And today we've got digital Girl Scout cookies. They're very low cal. She's enjoying some of those in our green room where we've got our guests before we bring them on the stage. So I'm going to go back there and get her. If you just hang tight, I'll go get Angela, and then we'll come back up on the stage. Hey, there she is. Hello, Angela. How are you?
I'm good.
You're
teach
wonderful.
me how to do all that funky stuff you do at the beginning.
Oh, it's fun little stuff in that little Canva thing. It's all kind of man-made, digital. You just change it up and put it in here.
It reminds me of Mystery Science Theater 2000.
Oh, sure.
Remember those little guys? I love that show.
Yes. Did you ever meet him?
No, but I knew he was from Minnesota.
He's brilliant.
I agree. Yeah, yes. Those were fun. I still see movies that should be in that program.
Exactly. Those old school movies, but just the concept that he had, and he made a lot of money with it. Then it collapsed, and then he rekindled it into da-da-da, and then he got tired of it. And I think he's back here in Minneapolis now. But enough about him. Let's talk about you.
Okay.
Who in the heck are you? For those that don't know, Angela is a networking guru-ess. She's quite connected. What do you call yourself? You call yourself a master networker, right?
Professional networker and master connector.
Master connector.
Enough. So
I'm connected on your LinkedIn, and I noticed you just got lots of people that are all connected to that. And then I end up talking with people and David Kirkaby. Oh, you know Angela. And Chris Fidel. Oh, you know Angela. Well, you're one of those social butterflies that get out and about at a lot of different places, right?
Yes.
How did you get started in the concept of networking? And by the way, for anybody that's listening, this is local in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. And if you want to move here, Angela can connect.
Yes. If you want to move here, I can hook you up. I can help you find a house. I can help you with a lot of stuff.
What got you into this networking thing?
So I have quite a plethora of history of jobs, which were all about relationships, and didn't realize it was called networking at the time. But really, I have old friends that have been in my life for a couple decades that call me a friend collector because I'll talk to anyone. I'm that person on the plane that will start a conversation with you. And if you don't want to talk, that's fine. But I can make friends with just about anybody. And if you have something on deck that you need to support with, I probably know someone who can help you. But my first story that I have was I was 3 years old. I do not remember this. My mom told me the story. And it was my first cold call. I call my first cold call. So my mom, I have 2 older brothers. She got them all dressed up to go to an audition for, at the time, it was called Twin City Federal Bank. It was a bank that was here in Twin Cities, and they're gone now. Yep, TCF. They were looking for a little boy for a commercial for the bank. So my mom got them all dolled up. No, she didn't have a sitter, so she brought me. I was the baby, so I was like 2.5, 3. And I think I had pigtails, my brother's hand-me-downs on. I used to always like putting his clothes on because we were Irish twins. We were born in the same year. So his clothes fit me. And went to this audition, and I disappeared. I walked away, and my mom's looking over for me. I think it was in some hotel in Bloomington somewhere. And she's frantic, can't figure out where I went, asking people to help. She's embarrassed. That's the one thing she said. I was so embarrassed. Finally, about 15 minutes later, this guy walks through holding my hand, walks through the door and says out loud, "Who does this little girl belong to?" And my mom, embarrassingly red faced, walked up and said, "I'm so sorry." Like, felt like a terrible parent. He's like, no. You can all go home because she's going to do the commercial. So I ran off and found the decision maker and got myself into a commercial. So I have this innate ability to, I'm just so intrigued with people, and I ask a lot of questions, and I've always been that way. When I was a teenager, I was very insecure about it. Thought there was something wrong with me. Of course, like all those skills and those innate loving things about ourselves that was given to us, like our soul purpose that we were just unaware of. So I truly am living what I'm here to do on the planet is to help create intimacy in relationships. And I do it one person at a time.
Yeah, so this is kind of how you get a hold of Angela, because that's sort of her overall thing, but she does some other things too. But then there's this organization that you operate. NIA stands for Network in Action, Minnesota.com.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you've done now, is created this purpose and passion that you've got, and you turned it into sort of a income stream, a business.
Yes. Yes. So NAA Minnesota is membership based. So professionals, mostly solopreneurs. It's usually the decision maker or a representative of the decision maker of a small business. So it's going to be 10 or under employees. And they have a membership with me. We meet once a month. I have 4 different groups. They are category exclusive. I facilitate all the meetings. You just show up as you stay as you in your profession, and you get to know each other as humans. So we do activities so we can play with each other in our history and our belief system. Put each other. We can do even small groups where I might put people in 2 to 4 people in each group and give them some questions to ask each other to help open up beyond like, what do you do? How long have you done it? How many kids do you have? Are you married? Where do you live? Because all those are important.
Right.
You don't really build that alignment and that relationship until we start talking about our history as children, tell some stories, and find something that aligns with us. Then we create a little bit more trust. We're a little bit closer to weaving that relationship together. And when you build trust, then you build a way to, well, that's how you build your network. And then you start creating ways where you can work together, either as a referral partner or a direct client. Right. And so we do all that. And then I do extra things. I'm starting a podcast. I just, we had our first trial of it a week ago Thursday, and we're doing them on site, like out in the world. And so it's loud. You got like coffee machines going and stuff. And we're kind of playing with the sound, but it's called Connect Cast. And so that'll be coming out soon. And that's for my members. So that's an additional value for them to come onto the podcast wherever we're going to be at. And we're calling it Connect Cast because it's a connection of cast members. Right. And we're going to talk about their connections and what they do for their business, and then how we can help support them, whatever's going on in their life right now. So
the thing you mentioned about the human connection, there was a book that came out a long time ago. She's out of Chicago. I think it's Melissa Giovanoli. She had a book called Networlding. Oh. And it was about not networking. It was about that human thing, in that if you learn what a person's about, say they're a mobile phone dealer, they sell the mobile phones, and you learn about that person, and you know about that person that they've got 2 kids, they love fly fishing, and they go snowmobiling in the winter, and all this stuff resonates. If all of a sudden they lose their job and they decide to go be a construction worker, or they decide to go open up a bakery, the people will follow the person. Yes. Rather than the need of a cell phone.
Yes.
That's
Can
what
you spell her last name?
Huh?
Can you spell her last name? You said Melissa what?
It's say
it again.
It's Giovanoli. I can't.
I'll look up Networldly. I love that. Like that totally resonates with me.
Networlding, ING.
Yeah. Networlding. Got it.
Because that's right in line with what you're talking about. And I've said that too, that people don't, what do they say? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I don't care if you know about this car and it's got air conditioning and power steering and 4-wheel drive. I want to know if you're a real person.
Yeah. Well, and the saying, and I should quote whoever said this, but I imagine a lot of people have said it. It's not what you say or what you did, it's how you make people feel.
Right.
And you feel like they're seen and they're heard, and you embody each other's experiences.
Well, that's where I've always had a challenge. And, I've had a challenge with the whole networking thing, because people come up and say, so what do you do? And in my head, I'm going, what do you want done?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I do. because I've done a lot of different things, and I've just got this because of my magic ability, seeing behind the scenes of things. I have the ability to kind of quantum leap over all the bullshit and kind of get right to the core of stuff. Like when I'm talking about, let's go to a networking event. How am I going to find somebody that all the building owners and managers, because I want to sell them roofing or landscaping for their apartment buildings or their strip malls. And right away I think, well, let's just go to the Building Owners Manufacturers Association. They're all building owners and manufacturers, and there's a couple thousand right there. You quantum leap over it. So you're kind of that way too. You kind of probably walk into a room and you start feeling the energy kind of thing. And then you go, oh, Steve, you got to meet Melissa over there.
Yes.
Why?
It's really one of the best questions that I found in all of it. I do about 10 one-to-ones a week, whether it's on Zoom or in person. And like today I went to a chamber meeting this morning, and then I did 2 one-to-ones in person. And then now I'm on here with you. And one of the best questions that I've come up with that I get the greatest answer, or I get no answer because they don't know what to say, is what are you experiencing right now? Like, what are you experiencing in your life and in your business right now? Because they'll sometimes step back and go, oh, I was here to network and just talk about all the list of things that I do. Instead of, no, what are you experiencing right now? Are you experiencing, is there some finance fear going on? Or is there a lack of clients? Or are you at that place where you need to hire someone, but you're like, oh, I don't have enough money yet to hire someone. And so you may need back to that block. And are you experiencing, people not paying their bills, or I mean, there's all kinds of stuff people experience. And if we can be vulnerable and really share like what is going on with us right now,
and being open to what's going on. It's interesting you say what's going on right now, because the now thing, there's that's all you really have is now, the Eckhart Tolle kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking, okay, I got to go to this networking event because I got to sell some more houses because we got bills to pay. But my husband's got cancer and he's going to die. Maybe that's what you should be talking to people about, because there's probably somebody that can help that.
Yes.
Not that there's a cure for cancer or anything, but maybe
help with your mindset.
Totally.
A little bit of insight to help turn that cube around and see all sides of it, so that it creates some ease for our emotional body.
Well, I think
when our emotional body is a
wonderful service for the businessy type people with this network, because you got I'll even call it spiritual element of it, or the emotional element of it, or the soul element of it.
Yes.
I don't know if people are going to get up in the morning and I'm going to go get some leads and I'm going to close some sales. God, I hate real estate.
Well, it depends on who you talk to.
But that's what I mean. Maybe their heart's not in it. And I think that you can kind of, like you had mentioned my wife, Monica.
Yeah.
She does her coaching. Some people think she's a business coach. She's not really a business coach. She finds out what's going on deeper inside. And then maybe you're not even wanting to be in business. Maybe you want to retire and start doing philanthropic, and people start donating to your
cause or your
account or something.
Yeah, there's so prior to me owning NIA Minnesota, I did business development for a company out of Maryland, and my customers were the utility industries. So whether it was a county or a state or it was road repair. So it could be a utility company that does a cut in the road to fix their utility and they need to patch it. So I'm so not passionate about asphalt, but I was very passionate at that relationship that I got to create with some of the hardest people to get into. And, and that's traveling around the country to do it. But I also realized the importance of what is that person experiencing? That is the decision maker of this, it's the operations director of a New Mexico gas distribution, like satellite area down in New Mexico. And I pull up and I want to demo my product with him, and he's having a bad day. And so do I want to go in and just be a salesperson, or do I want to go in and create a relationship? And not everybody's got, poor me stuff going on. Sometimes someone, hey, I'm I'm a new grandma, or I'm a new grandpa, or hey, one of my kids got married, or hey, I'm getting married in a month. And you get to talk about the wins they're having in their life too. And you have to be sincere about it. So the sincere intrigue I have about humans has played a huge role in where I'm at today in my business. And there's days I wake up and go, do I really know what I'm doing? It's like, I remind myself, just keep being me. Just keep being me, stay on the path, because when it starts looking like what someone else is doing, I'm off track.
Well, I was just going to say that like full disclosure, I am a Network in Action member. So, and I'm not preaching the stuff because I'm trying to get a deal for you and stuff. Because what I like about what you're doing with your thing is you're really getting more into personal development kind of stuff, and it's almost one-on-one. Whereas some of these organizations are, so how many leads did you pass on today? Or other things are like, it's all about the education. You're going to get motivated and inspired. And then you got some things going on like, you know what? This is a different meeting today because, Tammy's dad just died this morning.
Yeah.
We changed the topic. I just got to chill. So I want to put this thing up here too, this little graphic, in case people don't know, they're looking for the logo. It's Network in Action, Minnesota. And that's Angela's phone number there if you want to call her up.
Yes, please call me.
I think that's an interesting thing that sometimes the little thing, it might be just a little thing like, God, I don't feel like working today because it's my daughter's first day and I'm concerned that she's scared at school.
Yeah.
That might be more important.
Consuming you. So you show up to an event or show up to work or show up to a client meeting and you have this stuff going on in the back area. You're not going to really truly show up with that client. And there's nothing wrong with showing up with the client and saying, hey, I just got to, set the table and put this out there. I'm a little bit distracted because my daughter just started kindergarten today and I'm nervous about her. And, my daughter was fine. She walked in all by herself, was super happy to go. It's really, I'm the one that happened the separation anxiety. And sometimes that helps create that authentic relationship off the bat. Cause it's like, this is how I'm showing up right now.
I think it helps to create it off the bat all the time.
Yes.
Because when someone comes up to me and starts telling me all about their thing and the features and the benefits, it's like, you know my name?
Yeah. If people start putting up those bricks, putting on the concrete and building up the mason comes out in the person.
What's going to really happen is if you're on a sales call and instead of trying to close the deal and get that money, you end up connecting with them on a human level. And then you leave. All of a sudden that person's going, you know what, we got to get the house sided. And Angela knows somebody that does siding. Yeah. I remember Angela came in there and she cared about me.
Yeah.
They call up Angela.
Yeah. I just had a one-to-one this morning in all confidence. I'm not going to say names or anything, but I mean, we talked about what he does and he's similar to me and where he really cares about the relationship. Just started sharing about who are your best referral partners, because I'm really here to connect people to their referral partner more than their client. And we talked for an hour. And I'm all about keeping notes. A picture of someone will come into my head that I've met before, and I just write their name down, and then I introduce them later. And towards the end, he starts bringing up, because I also have Tourette's, so my shoulder was moving. He asked me about it. I said, thank you for asking, because some people just look at me like, what the hell are you doing with your shoulder? And so he's like, yeah, I have ADD and I think my girlfriend has this and that. And so then we start talking at more of an intimate level about, hey, how do you feel about what's going on with ADD or ADHD? And I've learned that all of those neurological stuff that they're all playing with, it's all energy anyways. There's nothing you can find in our body. It's all creative aspect. It's telling us a signal of some kind, and you have to figure out yours for yourself. But it ended up going down this very intimate road of this conversation. And we started talking about grief and we started talking about all this stuff. And I mean, it was an hour and a half later and we only planned for 45 minutes, but I had time to do it. And so we go with what's working, and I'm not going to be like, oh, time's up, I'm out of here. We're done talking.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I not only got to connect him to some people that helps him in his industry, but I also got to connect him to some other people who helps him in his personal life.
Right.
You know, so it really, it all is, you're one person and you have this profession and your personal life, and it's all one. It's not separate.
It definitely is. And what I was about to say was I used to make jewelry. I used to have a jewelry business, and diamonds, they used to call them flaws in the diamond, and then they changed it,
Oh,
called them characteristics.
I
So if
remember
someone's
that.
got a twitch, or they've got some ADD, or they got dyslexia or something, it's not a flaw. It's a characteristic. This is me, man. I
I
just
love it.
realized that I think that I'm dyslexic. I
I
don't like
love it.
to read, and I have a hard time comprehending. I might be reading freaking backwards, and that's why I don't like it.
Maybe they wrote it backwards.
Well, being a magician and a left-hander, sometimes they write these books on how to do, and it says, hold the deck in your left hand. And I'm going, no, I hold it in my right hand. So it's really hard to learn from a book that's got everything all backwards.
Ah. Yeah, because that wouldn't align with your body, like how you do things. So that, yeah. But, you know, the whole, I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, but a large population is right-handed, which is that masculine.
It's changed a lot. And I think this is a whole nother topic, but I think the shifting of the universe,
Yes.
of the world, it's becoming more feminine. There's more left-handers, and things are becoming different. It's the age of Aquarius kind of thing. And
Yeah.
we've gone for 21 minutes, and I like to keep these kind of tight.
Okay.
So would you please share what NIA Minnesota is all about, and why would someone locally want to get involved with it?
Network Connection Minnesota it's a networking format. It's a platform. It came out of Houston. It was started by someone who actually came from BNI, and BNI has been around for a really, really long time. It's a great, that's another great business. It's also a franchise. We're huge in Minnesota. I was a BNIer for many years. I do know the things that people, maybe that some things that don't work for them in BNI, and that's where we come in. NAA, we have meetings once a month instead of every week. You pass one referral a month. You know, you can get a quality referral once a month. It's hard to do a quality referral once a week. And then also do your job and go to meetings and do one-to-ones and all that. So we really have created something that creates a lot of flexibility so that professional stays in their profession. They're not out doing a bunch of busy work and volunteering for committees and, you know, a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and all these other things that are done in BNI, which is great. It teaches leadership in people. It all has its place. We focus more on the referral partners and putting people together in a room. My groups are maximum 20 to 25. We don't have any, and I know people aren't going to like hearing this, but we don't have any of that multi-level marketing in there. I do have multi-level marketing companies as subs because they're never going to cross over with other people. Right now I'm in the north suburbs. There's another franchise owner that's in the south suburbs, Kim, which I'm really good friends with. We send each other referrals a lot. Yeah, you get a year commitment for the first year, and after that you just keep renewing. We do hold some other events throughout the month. So if you come to the member meeting once a month, there's opportunity to present at other events, and just really build a community of support around you to help you grow your network and also grow your business. And then I'm here to give you some insight on some coaching. I'm available anytime by phone, email, or text. I'm very accessible. I also have a party at my house every quarter. So you get prizes for having the most points. That's when you do one-to-ones, come to the meetings, send the most referrals, and then close business. So there's a lot of activity. Also, you're responsible for you. I'm not a micromanager. I do invite you to things, but you're your profession. You're in business for yourself, so you're responsible for yourself. Which I like things that way. So I do it the way I enjoy. But really I'm here for the members. I mean, I'm here to nurture them, and I keep learning more and more of what that looks like. So we got some fun stuff planned.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm going to sign this off, Angela, and I'm going to put you in the green room. If you want to stick around, I can join you and we can have a little chit chat.
Yes.
And I had my digital staff go back there and trade out the cookies for something new and fresh. So we probably got some digital hors d'oeuvres back there, and
Cookies.
caviar and all that stuff. So
All right. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you. There she goes.
I'll stick around.
So that was my friend Angela Obert, and this is how you get a hold of her right here. This is her place, angelaobert.com, and she's local here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. But if you want to talk with her and you're not in the Twin Cities, maybe you want to have a conversation because she does some coaching and consulting, and she's been around there, been there, done that, and got the t-shirt to prove it. So that's all I've got for now. So I'm going to sign this off, and I hope you enjoyed being on the Synergy Cafe video show. Be good, be kind, and be nice. Did I say be nice? Be nice. See ya.